fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gap.
Hi.
It's time for Revolution.
Sorry.
Hey,
Hey,
gonna
everybody.
sneeze on us?
No.
Sneeze. It's a cousin of a chew.
Is it?
It is.
Sweet. How's everybody doing out there today? Everybody start their Saturday all great? I know I did. I started my Saturday with a bunch of crazy garbage.
I stayed in bed like 2 hours longer than I normally do.
Sweet.
It was tough.
Oh, you poor thing.
No, it slows the whole day. Now I'm behind the rest of the day.
You're not behind anything. You're just being...
Whew. And then when I worked out today, I worked out longer. And I'm like, I should stop. Literally. But I felt good, so I was like, I'm just going to keep going.
You should have stopped because you made your dog all stupid.
Well, that's normal.
Yeah, the dog decided that he needed to get onto the kitchen counter. And I don't know about you guys, but our German Shepherd isn't exactly a small dog. He weighs like 100 pounds. And then he decided to basically throw knives all over the place. Hopefully he didn't stab himself.
He's like...
Yeah, Weasley, no Joe today. Joe is not doing a prediction show. He's doing some other stuff, so you will not see Joe for this prediction show. We don't have anybody that we have as our guest star or that we're collaborating with tonight.
No
or
collabs.
This morning. So, what
AEW.
we're doing is we're doing a prediction show for AEW Revolution, which is starting tomorrow at whatever you call that.
7:30 Eastern
yeah,
for us.
7:30
It does say
Eastern.
8 Eastern when it starts, but I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of a pre-show. We probably will just get on a little bit early, so we'll be here between 7:30 and 8 Eastern.
Yes, well...
Because I don't know if they put matches on their pre-shows.
They did, because I was reading the match card, and on the match card, they have a buy-in for the pre-show.
That's right.
It's Riho and Thunder Rosa versus Dr. Britt Baker and Rebel. Rebel is now, I guess, a wrestler.
Yeah, I seen that. I didn't know that was going to be tomorrow. I did see they were going to do that.
Which is really weird. Anyways, so we have Janelle Jackson out there with us. We have Weasley, of course. We have Chris Akane and Ryoto with us right now. Hey, guys, how's it going? Ryoto saying his surprise is Angle or Batista and RVD. Well, it can only be one. It's only one person. So if those are your guesses, then it's one of those three.
It's a 6-man tag.
For the special surprise person that's going to show up?
They just named 3. That's a 6-man tag.
Oh, okay.
It's a joke.
Oh, ha,
and
ha, ha. Okay, I don't understand.
All right, are we going to start out the predictions with that? Or are we going to start out the predictions
I
with
think
matches?
we should start out the predictions with the pre-show information, right?
That's not what I was talking about. I was talking about who it is.
Oh, I mean, we can, but I wouldn't have any guesses, so I couldn't even predict it.
All right.
I'm
gonna guess Edge.
Oh.
Or not Edge, Edge's brother, Christian.
You're going to guess Christian is the...
Throw it out there.
The surprise new wrestler, Travis.
Picks Edge, his brother.
Christian.
I have to keep saying brother because...
All right. Anyways, so we're going to go right into it because they're in a pretty good order of everything, and the major championships are at the end. So I think the main one is at the very end. So I think we're good to just start. We have Walter with us.
Hey, Walter.
Nice to see you in here, buddy. All right, so the buy-in pre-show has a match this time around. It's Riho and Thunder Rosa versus Dr. Britt Baker and Rebel. I mean, they could have other matches, but as of right now, that's what's actually on the card. So I know who you're going to go for. I can guess already. It's going to be Dr. Britt Baker and Rebel.
Reba, don't call me Rebel. Or Rebel, don't call me Reba.
Yeah.
Thunder Rosa. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. That's who's going to win, though. So if I was smart, I would go with Riho and Thunder Rosa.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you can go with whoever you want, right?
It might be the possible start of the breakup between Rebel and Britt Baker, maybe.
Do you think, though? I mean, I'm not sure.
There's not a lot of TV time for them to do a lot of storylines, and so they have to get everything done in a hurry.
Yeah. So.
Did you just put my name over there?
Yeah, for your pick.
Well, you can't pick my pick for me. I haven't even.
Oh, you didn't pick him?
I said the smart pick would be over here.
Oh, well, I thought you were.
Yeah, I'll probably go with Britt.
Although
with they're not going to win.
You don't like them.
100% sure that the other team's going to win, but I'll go with Britt.
Well, I would go with Riho and Thunder Rosa as my pick.
Yes.
No matter what.
You know why Serena Deeb's not in this match?
Serena Deeb, did she get injured?
Yeah, she just had surgery on her knee.
Oh, dang it. So she got injured during that whole women's thing, huh? Fuck, that sucks for her.
Either that or before it. And then she just took some time after that match and decided to take some time off.
Right.
But
So
Thunder Rosa's back on NWA wrestling now, or whatever it's called. What's the other one? Is that what NWA?
Sure.
I think it's NWA.
I don't know. I
Anyways.
don't keep track of that crap. Anyways, the only person in our chat that said anything is Walter, saying Thunder Rosa will win. So he's going with Riho and Thunder Rosa.
Anybody else got any picks?
Anybody else have any picks for that? Let us know real quick in the chat. I give you 1, 2,
10.
3,
Go.
4, 5, 6.
All
7,
right.
8, 9, 10. All right, done. You don't get a guess. All right, Casino Tag Team Royale. This one's hard because they didn't really list any of the teams. There's like 15 teams. 15 teams.
So it's a 30-man battle royal.
And Pac and whoever that guy Ray Phoenix, that guy, they are the ones that are going to be in it. They're in it. Right. But I don't know who the other 15 teams are. There's like Dark Order representing by some people.
I think the Dark Order is going to be like 3 of the teams.
Yeah, I think
something.
so. Yeah, I think that's how they kind of put it.
Silver and Reynolds will be a team.
Yeah, we've got Joe DeBest Wrestling in our chat.
Joe.
Hey, Joe, how are you doing today?
Good to see Joe in here.
Yeah, it is good to see Joe.
Joe, you going to be watching the pay-per-view tomorrow?
Yeah, answer us now. Just kidding. Anyway, so I don't think I could even guess on the Casino Tag Team Royale.
Right.
Somebody who's not the Dark Order. How's
right.
that?
And
is that a guess?
What is it about? Is it just the Casino Battle Royal? Like, is there a winner who goes to wrestle for the Tag Team Championships? Is it #1 contender match?
From what I read, I mean, on this one, anyways, they just say that it's 15 teams in the match. The fact that there are 3 teams representing the Dark Order, there are plenty of teams you can cross off from winning a future title shot. Maybe that's because what it kind of is. There's just not enough value in that future match. Pac and Phoenix is the only one that they kind of mentioned.
Right. Pac and Phoenix are obviously the go-to guys. I mean, if the Good Brothers are in there, that would be in there. But I don't know if they would do that because they're already the Impact champions. Trying to think. Is Paige... no, he's got a match. So he's not going to be in it. The Luchasaurus and those guys are wrestling later.
No, they are not wrestling.
So they might be in it.
I mean, they could.
Jungle
the
Boy
Young Bucks aren't going to be in it.
No, of course not.
Some people from the Inner Circle, which would be
Hager.
Wardlow
and Hager would be a great one.
They could do it. What's the other guys?
Santana
and Ortiz could definitely be in it. I mean, there could be a lot, but they just
I'm
don't
gonna go with
have...
Pac and Ray Phoenix. It's the only ones that really make sense.
Well, and that's the only ones that they've really kind of talked about.
I mean, Santana and Ortiz are the best team, in my opinion, on their roster. They're awesome. Ray Phoenix and Pentagon and Phoenix are awesome too.
I mean, it looks like they have... Okay, so it's stacked with 3 teams being from the Dark Order. It's Private Party, I guess.
They're actually getting back together, huh?
Top Flight, Death Triangle, and SoCal Uncensored. So the SCU without Scorpio Sky is going to be in it. Death Triangle is who are those guys? The Butcher, the Blade, and Eddie Kingston. Okay. So it's probably the Butcher and the Blade because they're that. Santino and Ortiz look like they're in the picture. Yeah, that's what it looks like from like the picture that they have.
I'm gonna start calling him Ortiz also.
Ortiz. Sorry.
I like that. I was like, oh, that's way better than what I said.
Ortiz. Well, there's like, okay, so I'm pretty sure that there's probably a brand of food out there that's like Ortiz. And it was Ortega. What I was thinking food in my head or something, I'm sure. Anyways, Fat Lace is in the chat. Hey, Fat Lace says, hi guys, I'm ready for the big pay-per-view Sunday. Awesome. Walter's
super excited for
Walter's guest for the surprise AEW is Dwayne Johnson. That is a huge ticket item, but I don't think it's gonna happen. He's pretty much a WWE guy, and I'm pretty sure he'll die there.
Yeah. The second that he isn't going to be at WrestleMania and going to be at AEW's Revolution is the day that I just hang myself.
I would help him.
I mean, come on, like, hey, this is Vincent Kennedy McMahon. I'm going to give you $20 million to come do a show with Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Yeah, I'm going to go to AEW's Revolution. They might give me $500,000.
So, Ayla, where else you can try besides U-Pull is LKQ. It used to be called Bailey's out there on 5th. So, that would be LKQ. They should be open on Saturday. LKQ. And then you also have, what's the one that's over here?
There's some right there by the overpass. Shaw's
Auto Parts.
Shaw's would be a good choice.
That would be another one. So, those two places are the ones I can think of off the top of my head to try.
Wayne's is right there.
Yeah. And that. So, anyways, let's see. Joe DeBest says, sorry, guys, couldn't make it. Don't really follow AEW that much, but I'm here for the prediction. Let's go.
Awesome.
Walter's like, I picked Sting and Darby Allen. Oh, we haven't gotten to that one yet.
Whoa.
But Walter's going with Dark Order.
Pump
so
the
he's
brakes,
going with Dark
son.
Order there. Fat Lace is like, Dark Horses, Bear Country, but they're pretty new still. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. And Rosella's in the chat. Awesome.
Hey, Rosella.
We've got Grant Tillman.
Hey, Grant.
He wants to know where Joe is.
Joe's actually in the chat.
Right here. He's just not doing
Just
a prediction with us.
Hey, Joe.
But he's in the chat.
He's definitely in here.
So Travis is going with Pac and
Phoenix.
Ray Phoenix.
Yeah. And it'll come down to the Butcher and the Blade or Eddie Kingston at the end with them. Those would be the last two teams, I think.
Yeah, I think because they've been pushing Pac and Ray Phoenix without his little buddy who's been hurt.
Pentagon.
I unfortunately am probably going to go with the same pick because it does make sense. I mean, it really does make sense.
Yeah, where's the storyline going?
Mm-hmm. I mean...
if it's going to be for a number one contendership for the tag team titles, FTR in it?
No.
Because that's who they need to put the titles back on, but...
No, they're not. Anyways, it didn't say on there. So anybody who has the Casino Tag Team Royale out of the guys that I said, if you have any
just name a tag team in AEW and you have a 1 in 15 chance of winning. It's the best tag team division in sports. Obviously wrestling sports.
Right.
There's no other tag team division that's even remotely close to it. Because
Mm-hmm.
WWE doesn't even care about tag teams, so... And then it's against Impact or New Japan. And
right. Let's see, we've got Guy Dawson in the chat. Hey, Guy. And Ayla says, thanks, I'm out. All right. Anyway,
She's off with the prom
so
dress.
looks like nobody else is saying anything. Let's see. Walter went with Dark Order, one of theirs winning. Let me see if I can go through. Guy Dawson's going with Santana and Ortiz for his pick on them.
it's a hell of a pick. I mean, honestly, that's the way to go. That's what they should do.
Right, they probably should because they deserve to go after those tag team titles again because, I mean, that's kind of what it's coming down to.
Well, first of all, they've been there since the beginning.
Yes.
So.
And they haven't had it yet, and in all reality, they should be pushed towards it. All right, so the next one we're going to go over is the Miro and Kip Sabian versus Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor match.
The Butler.
The Butler. No, he's just now Chuck Taylor. Anyways, so it doesn't have any special stuff or anything for it. It's just a match between Miro and Kip Sabian versus Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor. So it's really weird because you would think that, I don't know. I guess because they've hyped Miro up, but Kip Sabian's such a pansy ass that I just don't know if I could see them... I just don't know if I could see them pulling that off, I guess. I don't know.
Well, so Kip Sabian's been injured for about 2.5 months.
Right.
That's why he hasn't had any matches, but they still put him in storylines.
Right.
So they still wanted him on TV. That's why there was a wedding and all that kind of stuff. So to me, that says they still care about him a little bit.
Well, yeah, because what's his face?
Orange Cassidy.
Chuck Taylor's buddy of the best
Trent.
friends. Trent, we haven't seen him.
Well, he's out. He's hurt. He had knee surgery or whatever.
I understand, but you know what I mean. Like, they could have wrote him into their storyline.
Right. And the best friends
they did
are
it with Britt
fantastic.
Baker. You know what I mean? Like, they kept
Right.
her there even though she had nose jobs and broken things and everything and whatever.
Right. Anyways, I'm going to go with Miro.
You're going to guess that Miro
Absolutely.
and...
I don't
and-
see Miro losing. But, I mean, Kip Sabian
Well,
could take the loss.
So they embarrassed him quite well. They embarrassed him a lot on the whole wedding thing.
Right.
They chained him to the turnbuckles on the opposite side so he couldn't get away. I mean, they've done quite a few
He's
things.
been a part of 2 bad weddings within a calendar year.
True. I think he's like, well, there's no surprises. He did mention it during that whole thing. So he is very aware of his bad luck, I guess you could say. Anyways, I'm gonna guess that Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor will somehow pull it out of their butts.
Awesome.
I would rather see Miro win, but I don't really like Kip Sabian, so I'm kind of like, meh.
Yeah, but Penelope will be at ringside.
I don't give a crap about that stupid hoe bag.
She's dirty. She's gonna play dirty. I don't know how dirty she is.
Anyways, we got Robbie in the chat. Hey, Robbie says, yes, win the pay-per-view on, guys. It is on tomorrow.
Tomorrow night,
at
8 p.m. Eastern.
30.
Yeah, the pay-per-view starts at 8.
So the pay-per-view starts at 8 p.m., but there's a pre-show, and they do have a match set up for the pre-show as of right now. I mean, that could change.
It's called the Buyin, and it'll happen. They do it with all the shows.
They do have it on. They usually have it on about a half an hour early. They don't do a huge pre-show for their stuff, so that will be about 7:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Right, and the Buyin will be free, so anybody that just wants to get it, obviously the main pay-per-view is going to be a pay-per-view. Like, this one actually costs money. It's not like the WWE Network where you get a subscription.
Right.
It's going to be on Fight TV outside the United States and inside the United States also.
Oh, they're putting it on there, huh?
And then, obviously, it'll be on pay-per-view. Like, so if you have a cable provider, it'll be on pay-per-view.
Ayla's like, I'm not creeping outside. We're picking up the truck. Oh, alrighty. Creepers. Ew. Stalkers.
Dogs are going to go.
Stalkers out there. Anyways, Joe's like, well, Guy Dawson asked Joe, why didn't you go live? But Joe's like, hey, Guy Dawson, I don't do AEW Wednesday. That's why, but I'm here to support my friends. Well, thanks very much, Joe. We really do appreciate your support. It's awesome.
Make sure that you guys, if you aren't already, go subscribe to Joe the Best Wrestling TV.
Yeah, because he does a lot more stuff than we do on different
He does Impact, if you guys are into Impact. He also does the UFC fights. He's going to be doing that later today. Mm-hmm. For him tomorrow.
Right.
But
Ravi's like, what channel is it on, guys? Okay, so Travis just kind of answered that. Ravi, you're in the UK, so you'll have to watch it on
I think it's
an
Fight
app
TV.
called Fight TV. If that's where you guys can see your pay-per-views over there, would be probably the best place to start to look for it. Robbie's like, Delita looking pretty in pink. That's funny because that's a movie. Fat Lisa's like, in Dusty's voice, a grudge match, if you will.
If you will.
Guy Dawson's like, Miro's turning on Kip. What do you guys think? But I got Kip taking the pin.
So you think they're going to babyface Kip?
Oh.
I don't think Kip has enough heat to be turned babyface.
Right? I don't think so either.
But yeah, I mean, I like it. I like the creativity. Keeps things fresh. Fresh.
All right. Well, I don't know if anybody else said anything. It doesn't sound like it.
All right, let's move it on.
So let's see. The next match is we're going to talk about is called the Face of the Revolution Ladder Match, and this is a whole bunch of people. So listen up, okay? The people that are going to be in this match are as follows: Cody Rhodes versus Scorpio Sky versus Penta El Zero Miedo versus Lance Archer versus Max Caster versus to be determined, whoever that person is.
It's a surprise. Is that going to be the
surprise?
Is that the surprise?
I'm guessing it's going to be the surprise because there's no other match that has.
You know what I thought would be funny if the Big Show introduced himself as the big surprise?
Oh, because he's not the Big Show anymore. He's Paul White.
So it's like Paul White. No more BS. It's Paul White time. Anyways, yeah, that one's going to be tough.
Yeah.
And it's for the number one contendership to the
yes, by the way, the
title.
winner earns the TNT title opportunity.
Yeah. So if there really is a surprise, 100% going with the surprise.
Right. Well, after all, Cody Rhodes has had it already, so he shouldn't be one. Scorpio Sky, I don't know if he really quite deserves it. Pentel Zero, I mean, Lance Archer, possibly. Max Caster is kind of new. We haven't really seen him wrestle that much.
Yeah, that's Dolph's brother.
Yeah, we've only seen him for the last couple of weeks.
They push him and they keep pushing him though.
They do. And then they have the TBD winner earns the TNT title opportunity. I kind of agree. I personally think that you're right. I think it's going to be that to be determined person, whoever that's going to be. And people out there are, guessing who it's going to be. Like your guess was Christian. Other people think it's going to be RVD.
Christian in a ladder match. It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, he might have to break a hip and be out there with his thing.
Yeah, that's going to be fascinating. On that one, that's tough because the Murder Hawk deserves that one.
He does.
And he's been on fire.
Yes, he does deserve having a TNT title opportunity. but he also deserves to be pushed for the world championship.
And that's what's going to end up happening.
So you kind of want to go, do you really want him to go for like the kind of mid-cardy one that kind of, I mean, they've brought a lot of respect to it. It's not like it's garbage. But, you know, it's not like the big top dog one of all that everybody wants and all that.
It's Brody Lee's belt. Yeah. It's a big deal.
Well, it is a big deal now because of what happened.
Right.
You know, it's what happens when you die young and in your prime.
The good die young.
You become a martyr, and then you become entombed in history of heroism. That's what should have happened to Michael Jackson. Anyways, so Travis, you're going to pick the to be determined person for sure?
Yeah, absolutely. Although Lance Archer is the guy that's most deserving.
Okay, so I am actually going to go with, since I don't really have a guess for the person who's going to be the new wrestler, I don't have an idea of like who's out there that can. So I'm going to go with actually Lance Archer. He was probably, when I was reading the list and putting the list down, I was like, I think I'll go with Lance Archer. I think he should win it.
There you go. Can't go wrong with that pick.
So I'm actually going to go with Lance Archer as mine. As my guess. Anybody out there?
Everybody at home. Who you got?
They want to say who they think is. Guy Dawson thinks it's going to be Lance or the mystery guest. Robbie's like, is Britt Baker on the pay-per-view? She is on the pre-show.
Yes. So
Robbie,
yes.
you will have to watch the pre-show in order to see her. If you want to see some Britt Baker, you got to get on there early because she's going to be in the pre-show match. It's going to be Riho and Thunder Rosa versus her and Rebel. And Joe's like, Travis, laughing. You already know it's going to be tomorrow for me, right? Yeah, tomorrow. And Aoife's in the chat. Hey, Aoife.
It's good to see Aoife in here. And it's the middle of the day, so it's not even that late for her.
So it's not. But it is good to see her. Hopefully everything's going good. She's doing good in school. Guy Dawson's like, it's going to be Punk. That's his guest star. They said they were leaving the car here and taking.
Oh, it's his red shirt. I'm like, I see red, but I don't know why I see red because their car's black.
Oh. Joe says Tony Khan is in a lot of pressure because he has to bring in a big name. If he doesn't, AEW fans will be crying and cursing because the way the suck up this surprise, they need to make it worth.
Yeah, they need to make the payoff happen.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, they kind of already gave a big surprise with
They
Paul
just sold
White
an extra
1,000
plus pay-per-views easily by saying a big signee's going to be there. Tune in.
And it came from Paul White.
Right.
So, I mean, and you know that's why they did it. You know that's why they pulled it out of their butts. And that's pretty much, you know, that's normal. But Fat Lisa's like, Christian Cage?
It's probably going to be Hornswoggle.
I bet.
And then we're all going to be hornswoggled.
And we're going to be hornswoggled. And then he will pretend to be other wrestlers.
The wee-nominal one.
The wee-nominal one. As he pretends to be other wrestlers, which is hilarious. Robbie's like, do you think the Big Show, or as we're going to call him Paul White because he's no more BS,
the Giant,
will be any good in AEW? Well, he's going to
be an announcer.
Capacity of a commentator on their new show they're doing on Mondays.
With a wrestling license, they said. They stressed that, so
he can wrestle, but he's not going to be like a main dude. So that's something we have to take into account. You got to remember that Paul White is just as old and just as up there as a lot of these guys that you want to have come back and do all this stuff. And it's like, you know, like
he started wrestling in like 95 or something.
You know, and who knows? I don't know how old he was then, but you know, I mean, that's a possibility. Joe DeBest is saying that's Lance all the way. He's going for Lance.
There you go.
Too. Nice.
Can't go wrong with that pick.
Robbie's like, Julie the Hype for Britt Baker. No. Let's see. Eva's like, good to see you guys too. I'm still not back in school yet. I was working today though. How have you guys been doing?
Doing
pretty
fantastic.
Damn good. All right, so let's see.
Keep your head up.
Yeah,
school will be back soon.
Yes. Let's see. The next match we're going to talk about is the Hangman Adam Page versus Matt Hardy. This is the big money match. And if you guys don't know what that big money match is, that means basically that
they're fighting for their first quarter. So the first quarter is the first 3 months of a year. Mm-hmm. Paychecks.
So that'll be January through March.
Yep. All their money.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all their money.
So it's a big money match.
And I don't even have to sit here and contemplate. I like Adam Page, so that's my pick.
Yeah, Adam Page is winning this. I don't see Matt Hardy doing much in this match unless he hires some thugs.
Right, which he could. He could have his people that he pays off, and they could come in and ruin it.
And I'm not calling Quinn a thug. When he's under money, he's a thug. But as a wrestler, I don't consider him a thug. I didn't think of him as that way until he started paying them off and they started doing their thug work. Because that's thug work.
Yeah.
That's what thug means, right?
Yeah.
Paid to do dirty work.
Paid to do his dirty work on the outside, right?
But they're going to be in a match. They're going to be in the tag team match, the Battle Royal. So
no, they're not.
Orange Cassidy or not Orange Cassidy.
Adam Page and Matt Hardy.
I'm talking about his thugs.
Oh yeah, they are. Yes.
Cassidy and Quinn.
Yes, they are. The private party. They're going to be in there. Yes.
I can't think of his first name. Cassidy. Mark Cassidy. No, Mark. It's Mark Quinn and Isaiah Cassidy. Oh.
There it is. We found it.
All right, I'm back.
Let's see. Guy Dawson. It's going to be Punk. I hope I don't care if he is trolling. Okay.
Can you imagine if it was CM Punk and then the match that they bring him in is a ladder match to become the television champion? I don't even think he would sign the contract. He'd be like, okay, I'll be in a 3-way for the heavyweight title.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't see him bringing Punk in and giving him the TV title and him being like, this is great. Like, no, he's going to be the champion of the world when he gets there, if it ever happened.
If he showed up, I would just walk out.
Well, he might.
I'm done with wrestling.
But it's a mid-card match, and they're going to bring in. If it was CM Punk, guys, it would be the main event. It'd be the last match of the night, and it would be within like 5 minutes of the show going off the air.
Right.
And it would be boom, and then be like, tune in Wednesday.
Snap, we're done.
And you're like, Wednesday! And then you would mark it on your calendar, the Wednesday. Hump day!
Make sure that you watch it and stuff. It was Joe DeBest, like, I guess it's James Ellsworth.
There you go.
That's who it's going to be.
Hall of Fame worthy. He's the first ever women's Money in the Bank winner. Hall of Fame worthy.
Totally.
James Ellsworth. He beat AJ Styles week after week after week on SmackDown. Now, John Moxley helped him,
right,
of course, but he did beat AJ Styles week after week after week. First ever women's Money in the Bank ladder match winner. I mean, come on.
That's funny. Robbie's like, Paul White still going, my guy, right? Robbie's like, Matt for the win, and Guy Dawson's going for Hangman. Aoife says, is John Cena still in the WWE, or is he just gone now? No, I'm pretty sure he's still probably associated with
I think
them.
he still gets paid by him, so he's still under contract. But he's making bank, making movies. He's a big-time actor now.
Right. Fat Lisa's like, baby, because I'm a thug. Shout out to Trick Daddy.
Because I'm a thug. I think I was listening to that earlier when I was working out.
Robbie's like, CM Punk and AJ Lee ain't coming back to wrestling. Best believe it, fam. I agree with that statement completely, 110%. All right, so we already went over that one. Not very many people decided what they were going to go for. And the next match we're going to talk about is Sting and Darby Allen versus Brian Cage and Ricky Starks. This is a street fight. So what do you think?
Are they going to tie each other's wrists together and have a switchblade? You ever seen the movie or the video Bad by Michael Jackson? If you haven't seen that, you got to watch Bad by Michael Jackson.
I don't know.
1988, 87, somewhere around there. And they would tie their wrists together, and then they'd be like...
Oh, jeez. Are they going to dance and have that music in the background, too?
Who's bad? Dun, 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 dun.
Anyways, I don't think it's that type of street fight. I think it's whatever they consider a street fight.
We can get our hopes up. Anyways, yeah, it's just going to be a flat out just use anything. It's going to be like the Stadium Stampede match or whatever. There's going to be golf carts involved.
Right, which is really sad because I can just see Sting getting broken. Sting
and Darby are winning this. Whether Sting walks out or gets carried out on a stretcher is somebody else's guess. But there's
Ricky Starks are going to lose. And you know that Ricky Starks is probably going to be the one that's pinned.
Right.
Because somehow somebody is going to make sure Brian Cage is distracted somewhere else.
He's going to be chained up in the back in the laundry room or something.
Right? I don't see Darby Allin losing that TNT title.
Well, it's not a title match.
Yeah. I am not saying he's going to, but I mean, like, because that would set it up that they
right,
would
that
somehow...
he's weak and somehow can lose. And then Sting's not losing his debut match.
No.
He hasn't wrestled since freaking the Monday Night Messiah put him out of wrestling for his life that we thought. Now he's back.
Right.
And that was back in, what, 15 or something? So he hasn't wrestled in 6 years.
Right.
So this is kind of a big deal.
It is a big deal.
And Darby Allin's going to take all the hard falls. He's going to be getting his ass handed to him that whole match. I mean, things you're going to be like, oh my God. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever watched any of his videos. He jumps off bridges and, like, belly flops. Like, he does... He was skateboarding off a ramp that was taller than my house. Mm-hmm. And he came down and went off the other side and wrecked. Like 20 feet up in the air. You're like, are you alive, dude? Mm-hmm. But somehow he lives. He does all those hard falls. He jumps through ladders with his back. Like, I don't even understand how the dude's still alive. But
I don't either. It's really crazy, but he does
He has no fear.
Well, yeah, that's true. Let's see. Robbie's like, wish WWE would be more gutsy like AEW. And Robbie's like, Travis, I bet you had the leather jacket like MJ.
Seriously, no, I did. I still have it. My mom has it because she likes Michael Jackson stuff, but I still have it. The red one with all the zippers on it. It's still in existence. I still own that thing from 1988. I was a little teeny kid at that time, by the way.
That's funny. I never
And the parachute pants. Do you guys remember the parachute pants? Anybody remember parachute pants?
Yeah,
they were these vinyl pants or whatever.
Yeah, we talked about this
with zippers all over them.
We talked about this last night.
But the pockets didn't go anywhere.
Well,
Like
they
should have made pockets that actually were usable.
Right.
But anyway, I don't know.
Had pockets so you could stuff your tater tots in them.
That's pretty funny.
Sorry.
Da, 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 da.
All right. So now we're gonna go over the championship.
Did anybody out there have a saying?
No,
a say?
that was it. That was
nobody
the last
wanted
thing
to.
was Robbie.
Nobody wanted to chime in on the.
Nobody's chiming in.
On the Darby Sting match. I figured
mean,
everybody.
Walter...
Well, somebody said something earlier, and we said pump the brakes. That was the Sting match.
Oh yeah,
and
they
did pick Sting.
So I think it was Sting and Darby that it was Walter. He had picked
Oh, it's fine.
I have to go back through and see.
That I guarantee Walter picked Sting and Darby.
Oh,
so
I'm sure.
We can move forward.
Let's see. I'm trying to think if there was anybody else. Somebody else
Because
had.
I'm a thug. Now I've got it.
Oh, Guy Dawson.
Dawson
had guest Sting and Darby also. He had put a whole list of people on there and everything. But Walter had put people.
Right.
Sting and Darby for win on that too from Walter. Okay, so we're going to go over the AEW Tag Team Championship.
Which is going to start the show.
Probably.
Well, that's what we were told last night by somebody.
Oh. Were we?
Yeah, somebody came in and said that the
that was
MJF and Chris Jericho versus the Young Bucks was going to start the show.
Which it could.
With Papa Buck.
It possibly could. What's really going to start the show, though, is the pre-show match is going to really start the show. Anyways, so the AEW Tag Team Championship, of course, is between the champions, the Young Bucks, versus the Inner Circle, who includes Chris Jericho and MJF.
Okay, so every other match, I could probably pick the winner besides my favorite. And this one, no idea. Because it's like, do they want to take it off the Young Bucks? And it's like, no, I don't see that happening. But why would they have had Jericho and MJF together? That's like two of the hottest guys on the planet. Obviously, we're not talking about sexual appeal, but they're both like 5'8". But anyways, on the mic, they're top guys. Mm-hmm. But then they had him beat up Papa Buck, which tells me that maybe, just maybe, they're not going to win it. This one is tough. Like, this one is a 50-50. I have no idea.
And this is for the championship.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Bucks.
I agree. I just don't think they're ready to take the championships off of them yet. Yeah.
If it's a 50-50 split, you go with the champions because it's not a no disqualification match. So any disqualification, they keep the titles. I guess I'm going for them to win, not to retain.
Right.
So, anyways, going for the Bucks.
Okay.
But just because they win doesn't mean that, Jericho and MJF could win and not win the titles, is what I'm getting at.
Oh, yes. Because there could be a disqualification or something like that.
Countouts.
Right. True that. But I'm going to say that the Young Bucks are going to retain their titles.
As well. So
Yes.
we're on the same page. Anybody at home got a prediction on that one?
Yeah, anybody?
Papa Buck's kids versus his friend from high school, Chris Jericho, and then Chris Jericho's nephew, MJF.
Right? Ew.
It's a family show.
It's all about the fam. Anybody out there have any predictions of what they think is going to happen?
Jericho, Papa Buck,
Right.
same age.
True.
Jericho actually graduated the year before him.
Fat Lisa says the same. The Bucks of Youth will retain, so he's going with them retaining their titles also. That's it. Nobody else was.
That's it.
All right, but Fat Lisa does have an embarrassing story. Mom bought me one of those hypercolor shirts back in middle school. My shirt was bright yellow, but my armpits turned orange or pink.
Oh no, that's funny.
Oh jeez. Definitely not what you want to have happen in middle school.
You're like, it's where I sweat.
It's embarrassing, Mom.
It means I'm working out more than you guys. I'm a man.
I'm a man.
Your pheromones are out there.
Universal News podcast in the chat. It says,
Hey.
you're going to be live tonight. No, we don't
tomorrow
do
night.
live reactions of the UFC, but Joe DeBest Wrestling TV is going to be doing his live stream for UFC tonight. So if you guys are interested in doing a watch along with Joe DeBest and you have not went over there and subscribed to him yet, please do.
For the UFC and for Revolution tomorrow night, we will be live. So yes.
Yeah.
For Revolution. If that's what you're asking, and maybe you just have the days confused, we will be live tomorrow night.
Yes, but if you're going off of AEW pay-per-view stuff, we will be doing the pay-per-view tomorrow for AEW Revolution, which will be starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time for the pre-show part.
L7 loser.
Universal
if you don't
News
show
podcast is like Revolution is tonight. No,
tomorrow.
Revolution is tomorrow.
So yes, we will be doing that tomorrow night.
Yes, we will be doing that tomorrow. So if you're here for that, we will
The
be
7th.
doing the pay-per-view Revolution for AEW tomorrow, the 7th. Yes.
And we will see you here.
Like, yes, sir. And we have King Fox Lawler, as we know him as Juan. Hi, guys. Hey, Juan. Robbie's like, yep, the Bucks keep holding on like Simply Red with the titles.
Yes.
Yes. Universal says, I have news that Kurt Angle or Christian will be the reveal.
Oh.
Yes.
Somebody else is picking Christian, it sounds like.
Right.
Maybe it'll be both of them.
Universal's like, I'm in the UK, so the times are messed up on the stream site.
Yes, you are 7 hours in front of us, so you're still not in tomorrow yet, though. But yeah.
Yeah.
So but basically tomorrow night for you.
Yeah. It'll be.
Or tomorrow. It'll
be like
2
Monday
days away.
Yeah. For you. It'll be late for you. But yeah. So that's when the pay-per-view is going to. AEW World Championship match.
This is what it's all about.
This is the main match. If they don't do this as the main match, then we don't know what to do.
If they start the show off with this, it's over because they won't have a ring left. So
it is an exploding barbed wire death match between Kenny Omega, the champion, versus Jon Moxley.
Shit gets real, you guys. There are tripwires. There are all sorts of crazy explosions.
You will have to go to Kenny Omega's Instagram or Twitter or whatever it was.
The bob wire.
His Twitter page.
Oh, there's the rules.
Oh, so the rules, according to Kenny Omega, are this. 3 sides of the ring ropes wrapped in barbed wire. Contact with the barbed wire triggers explosives on corresponding side. Triple hell is 3 zones on the floor wired to explosives. And there's a 30-minute countdown timer until all explosives in and around the ring detonate.
So it lets us know the match is going to be over 30 minutes.
And it's going to be explosive and loud and probably bloody. And according to Omega's very childish drawing, Mox is going to be in 2 places, stuck up into his barbed wire and everything else.
Right.
So
you tell me when it looks good. I'll let people at home know what it looks like.
So if you watch for real close, Travis is going to get up and show you.
It's real good science here, Dan.
Okay, you're too close. Back away, back away. You need to move your phone away from the camera.
You keep saying that, so I do.
More.
Well, there's no way they can see it now.
More. You can't see the whole picture. You got to move it more.
You obviously aren't seeing what I'm
Okay, there, stop. There, stop.
Well, see.
And then move it like kind of across. You're too far away.
Yeah, because you're not watching what I'm doing in real life. You're watching what I'm doing on the thing.
Well, because they have to see what you're doing.
Oh, my phone went down.
Well, why did you make it dark? Jeez.
So
Anyways,
right
so that is your picture of what's happening according to Kenny Omega. So you're not moving it around enough to make anybody see anything. You have to remember that our picture on our thing is smaller than what you're using it for.
Yeah, that's why I needed your help.
Well, I tried to help you, but you didn't like my help, so.
Well, I was, and you're like, oh.
Well,
I need
you have to move it out, and then you have to either you keep it in and move it down
it's not on the thing?
low, and
Try
no,
that.
I don't know
On
how
the
to do
computer.
that.
Push F2 or 6-3 or tab 7.
Will Hunter's like, maybe just post a link. It's on his Twitter feed, so if you really want to go look at it, it's on his Twitter.
Did that work? There. Now you should be able to see it on that.
Great. Phone went black. Oh, goody. Yeah. Okay. There. If you stop right there, you can see most of it. So, nope, you're too close again.
Okay, now back or forward?
Away from the camera. That's great. Stop. Now move up just a little bit. There, now stop. Okay, so now you guys can kind of see where Moxley is going to be inside the match of barbed wire attacking him, and then he's on fire, and then he's over on the other side of the screen kind of being on fire too. So you can kind of see how, quote unquote, as according to Omega, that's how it's set up. Okay, done. All right. Well, after that, funness. Okay. Valley's like fireworks stand in a northeast quadrant, right? Those are all the explosives. Like, there's explosives everywhere.
That's Kenny Omega's nice artwork.
Yes. Robbie's like, Kenny for the win. And Joe is saying, I'm sure everybody knows that Kenny Omega will retain. Let's not stress on this one.
Oh, that's pretty bold.
Valley's is like, all they're missing are bouncing buddies and proximity mines, right? This is true.
Yeah, it's nuts to think because, a little over a year ago they fought and Moxley beat him.
Yes.
Took the covering off the mat and
Beat the poop out of him. Mm-hmm.
paradigm shift and over. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
So
Robbie's like, this match does suit Moxley, though, right?
it does. I feel like it's Moxley's wheelhouse.
It is. But according to a lot of stuff, it's Kenny Omega's, too, so.
There you go.
For what they say.
So both men are going to be comfortable in hell. It's a war zone out there. I'm excited for that match. That match is going to be off the chain. I'm going to lose my voice, guaranteed.
But who's going to win? Because that's what this is all about, is predicting who you think's going to win it.
Right. Well, I know who I want to win, which would be Moxley because he was a better champion.
Yeah,
But the whole show's changed since then, and now that they're doing talent sharing, it makes more sense for Omega to retain.
Yeah.
And there's more stuff going on with Kenny Omega. So I'm going to go with Kenny Omega.
As your guess?
Yes.
Yeah. Because that's the sensible thing. In Joe DeBust's words, you'd be a clown to not think that, right? Isn't that how it goes?
Yes. I need to get me a clown outfit.
Yeah, I'm going to be a clown.
Because you want that.
I want it.
That's more feeling than...
I don't care what you want to put in there as, your factual statistics and science and whatnot. I don't care. I don't really like Kenny Omega as a champion.
Because they changed the whole show. It might not have been so bad if they wouldn't have changed the whole show because they put the belt on him.
Makes me want to barf.
Because they changed the whole show.
Well, they changed his character, too. Like, they changed everything about him. They did. Like, the minute that he was not part of the other group with the Young Bucks and stuff, and he ran off and did his little crybaby stuff, and then he started being all with whatever his butt is, whoever that
Dan
guy's
Callis.
name is.
Or Don Callis. Don.
Yeah, that guy. That I just am like, what? Like, his character development is just.
Yeah, that was. It looks like it's going to be a fantastic show. I'm super excited about it.
Are you?
I am. I'm looking forward to this one. AEW knows how to put on a pay-per-view.
They do because they keep it interesting and they just have match after match after match.
Right,
after
and
match.
it's going to be longer. It's going to be longer than any WWE one. It's probably going to be a 4-hour one. Would be my guess, especially with that last match. It's going to be about an hour.
Well, yeah.
45 minutes to an hour, just that one match. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope to see you guys watching it with us.
As Joe says, though, double stream tomorrow, Wrestling Gab, everyone cursing me for not doing a stream prediction for AEW. Robbie's like, this match will be on Baghdad settings, Iraq settings, just no fam, right? Joe's like, people are calling me a clown for not being live. Not cool. Yeah. People, you gotta remember there's some things that Joe DeBest is just not, he just doesn't do AEW, so give him a break.
Gotta be nice.
He does more NXT, he does the Impact stuff, he does UFC, and he's going to be doing a live, he's going to be doing a live stream show for UFC today, later, whatever you want to call it. So, you know what? Joe deserves to have a life too, guys. Just give him a break. It's all right. It's all good. Everybody can survive.
Joe DeBest Wrestling TV. Check it out if you haven't already.
Right? So, anybody have their guess of who they think's going to win? I mean, we had people say they're going to say Kenny. I mean, Robbie saying Kenny, Joe saying Kenny. Anybody else? Like, anybody else have whoever prediction they say is going to win? We do have David Robert Wood in the chat. Says, I'm looking forward to AEW. It's going to be good, man. Right?
I think so.
Robbie's like, WWE are coming, man, with their shoddy pay-per-view. Fastlane's happening. All right,
Fastlane, 2 weeks away.
Anyways, but this is about AEW. So, anybody got your predictions later on? Make sure you join us tomorrow for the AEW Revolution pay-per-view. If you want, you can definitely make some comments on this video. If you're new in our stream and haven't been here before, please subscribe. We really appreciate that. Give us a thumbs up. Kind of helps with our algorithms. And again, if you're willing or want to watch or go with somebody who's watching the UFC, hop on over to Joe DeBest Wrestling TV. He is going to be doing the UFC tonight or today or whatever you want to call it. And please subscribe to his channel. He helps us out a lot, and we really appreciate it. Let's see, what else was there?
That's basically...
I guess we can just say again, AEW Revolution pay-per-view will be starting tomorrow, the 7th of March, at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is when the pre-show will start, and there is a match during the pre-show. Okay.
Britt Baker.
That's
All
it.
right.
I'm done.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate you so much for watching Wrestling Gab. Subscribe if you haven't, like she said.
Yeah.
And we'll see you tomorrow night. Bye-bye.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.